Okay, so here I am in Visio. I'm about to make the staff badge model. All right, and so I'll go to, you shouldn't have to do this, but I'll go to File and New. And basically, in this class, we're always going to do a crow's foot model. And, you know, if you don't see that, you can always click the database category up there, and then you'll see it. That'll limit your choices. Okay, so you don't have to touch this here. We're always going to do US units, not like it even pertains to us anyway. So we'll click Create. And just real quickly, I'll show you if I hit the Save button. Let's say I was going to put this on my desktop. This is what a Visio file looks like. It has the VSDX extension. And what we're creating is a Visio drawing. That's like your basic, you know, file in Visio. So that's a VSDX extension when you create those in Visio 2013. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is increase the view here. And now I'm going to, now I'm really ready to make the model. I'm going to plop a couple of entities down, all right? And these are going to be the staff and badge entities. So I'm going to double click where it says entity name, and I'll make this the staff entity. And then I'll double click here, and this will be the badge entity. All right, pretty easy. You know, eventually we're going to have detailed models where we have attributes and we're specifying primary keys, but not right away. For the next few weeks at least, we're just going to deal with entities only, like just the entity name. So I don't care if you left these here, but if you want to clean it up a little, that's fine too. You can just click on these and delete them. Okay, just hitting delete on the keyboard. All right. I always delete the line last because then you'd only have a little bit of gray space underneath. Not that I care how it looks. Okay, so anyway, basically I have to make the line between these two. And you do that by going over here to the Shapes pane. And I'm going to grab this relationship tool, and I'm touching the first entity, okay? And when it lights up, I'm going to let go, okay? Notice this though, this is subtle, but I want you to be aware of it. And this will be helpful once we start doing larger models. There are a couple of ways to drop this. Okay, look at here. Do you notice only the blue area is lighting up? If I drop there, okay, this is what I get, fine, but what I notice here is that when you drop it, when just the blue is lighting up, the line doesn't attach itself to the entity. I mean, it's not a huge deal now, but when we have very large models where you're going to be moving things around like crazy, you want those lines attached. It'll make your life so much easier in the long run. So now watch, when I let go and the whole thing is lit up, it is attached and it moves with it, okay? So you definitely want to have the whole thing light up. Okay, so that part is taken care of for now, and then I'm going to pick up the other end of the line and then drop it on this guy. Again, I'm having the whole thing light up, and now he's attached, okay? All right, so anyway, here's my line, and I do need to, okay, this line, this end looks good. This is the line we're going for. I'll remind you, we have a double hash at both ends, a symmetrical line, which is good for our first one because that'll be easy. So basically, I'm going to right-click the line. I have to change this line ending. Right-click the line and format shape. And you know, look, probably when you open this pane for the first time, these will be collapsed. So you're going to have to expand the line category here. And basically, you know, a line should be dashed most of the time, and we'll get into like a dashed line versus solid line later in this chapter, but for the most part, most of your lines are going to be dashed, and that's what I would like you to do. So I would pull this down. I like dash style number 9, but you know, just pick one of the dash styles. Okay, now I'm noticing here at home that, you know, I set the dash type and it's not taking effect. So I don't know what's going to happen with you. I noticed when I was working at home, or no, at school last night in the marine labs, everything worked without a problem. So try to make the line dashed, but like I said, I don't know what's going to happen. So we may have to let that go. in this class. But anyway, so try to dash the line, and now here I have to take care of this line ending. He's got to be a hash hash. So here, basically, we have begin arrow type and end arrow type. Who's the beginning and who's the end, all right? This is the beginning. You know why? Because I dropped the relationship line on him first, and then I picked up the other end and dropped it on badge after the fact. So whoever you drop on first is the beginning of the line, and then the other guy is the end of the line. So you kind of have to be mindful of that. You know, here it's not a big deal because it's a symmetrical line, but when they're asymmetrical lines, you really have to be careful. A very common mistake among students is to give me a backwards line, okay? So you just need to pay attention. Okay, so anyway, this is the beginning of the line, and I'm going to pull this down, and basically, in this case, I want this one, number 25, which is the double hash. So there's my relationship line, and that is the model.